Hi, I'm Amanda Freed, and we are live streaming from the core at La Encantada. And just like last time, you're seeing some threads on the bottom of the screen. We've got this brand new way of coming to you. This way we can come to you on YouTube, the TMC AZ channel, and on Facebook. So I'm really excited to be able to come to you on all the mediums that you love to use. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about where our flow of energy goes. So I'll talk for a little bit and then we'll sit down together for a meditation. I hope you're well today. Things are amping up and stranger in our world every day. And you know, from the time that we're very young children, especially with all of technology, our attention and our energy is constantly being drawn outward. They call this, in yoga, we call it currents of energy. And I won't bore you with the Sanskrit names, but currents of energy typically are moving outward. We're looking at things that we need to do. We're looking for other people's approval and opinions. We're looking at the world around us all the time. We didn't start out like this. As children, we're very sort of egoic in a good way and introspective. If you remember back when you were a child and maybe somebody was calling you because dinner was ready, they might have had to call you 10 or 15 times because you were probably very engrossed in what you were doing in the moment. Well, at some point in our society, we've been taught to multitask, which the definition of multitasking is doing a lot of things poorly. So all of our attention is on many things at once, and very, very little of our attention is drawn within. So the practice of meditation actually seeks to flip that flow of attention from constantly moving outward to moving inward. And part, I believe, of the pandemic, and I'm not going to say the pandemic is a good thing. My heart goes out to everybody who's been sick, who's lost jobs, who's lost family members, absolutely 100%. At the same time, it was an opportunity for us to turn our attention in. We could no longer do the things that distracted us outside. One of the things that I miss the most is going to the movies. I missed going to dinner. Now you can kind of go if you can be outside. So I missed the things that distracted me too. But I took it as an opportunity to turn my attention in and in and in. And so many of the students that I talk to about meditation, my first question is always, have you ever meditated before? 9 out of 10 people will say, I've tried. Well, it's not your fault. This is a difficult endeavor. Society has required and enabled us to pour the attention beyond that inner space pretty much 24/7. Even when you're dreaming, even when you're asleep, you're kind of dreaming about things that are going on in your real life. So meditation over time helps us to relearn how to turn the attention in, how to flip that attention, and that inner space deep within you is quiet, calm, joyful, and peaceful. I can tell you that that's not what's going on in most of my outer world right now. So the internet, television, those things are anything but quiet, calm, peaceful, and joyful. So as we get into the habit of following the flow of attention within, we do come to a more peaceful, quiet space. So let's have you take your comfortable seat now. And remember, anytime you sit for meditation, don't feel like you have to take any sort of artificial, rigid posture. Get yourself into a nice chair if you like a chair. If you like to sit on the floor on a cushion, that's great. Most important thing right now is that you're comfortable. And when you find your comfortable space, you can gently allow the eyes to close down. Now, if you're not comfortable with closed eyes, that's fine. You can leave them open just enough to let some light in. Otherwise, do allow the eyes to close down gently. So I say our first line of awareness and our first line of defense is the breath. You're breathing all day long, and rarely are you paying attention to the breath. So this is the first time we're turning the attention in It's still on a pretty superficial level, right? The breath is still concerned with the outer world. We're taking nutrients from our surroundings. So we're still going just very subtly in, slowly. So just connecting with the breath, and don't try to breathe in any specific way. Just gently watch the breath. Allow the attention to be focused on the breath. Now, just as much attention as is possible to focus on the breath. The mind might wander away. Some other things might come into your awareness. It's totally fine. Once you recognize the mind has wandered, gently bring it back to the breath. Inhale and know that you're inhaling. Exhale and simply know that you're exhaling. You can watch the length, the depth, the duration of the breath. Just starting to notice. Am I breathing deeply or shallow? Don't force a deep breath. No more value in a deep breath than a shallow one at this point. We're just witnessing the breath. Does my exhale feel a little bit longer than the inhale? You might try that. Let's make the exhale just a little bit longer than the inhale. As the exhale is the ruler of relaxation. And then that exhale, we can think about releasing anything that is disturbing in our environment, any stagnant air, any thoughts or emotions that are not serving my highest right now. And now we'll make the attention a little bit more refined. Just go ahead and pay attention to one aspect of your inhale. Might be the way the collarbones rise on the inhale, or the cool air coming in through your nostrils. It might be the way the belly softens on the inhale, and allow your belly to be soft. We hold so much tension around the abdomen because, again, society values a flat stomach. So on that inhale, maybe allowing the belly to even balloon out a little bit, releasing all the tension in that area. Focusing on your attention on one aspect of the inhale. Then shifting the awareness to focus on one aspect of the exhale. Might be the way the collarbones fall on the exhale, or the warm air coming over your top lip. Just focusing as much of the attention as is possible on the exhale, one aspect of the exhale. We'll do a gentle body scan now, bringing the awareness to the low jaw. Allow your low jaw to just release from the upper jaw. You might even slide back gently. Lips and teeth will part gently. And this might allow your neck to elongate just a little bit. Soften the skin around the eyes and the forehead. Release the muscles at the sides of the scalp, just above and around the ears. So much tension is held there. See all these images and thoughts and attention that goes to the outer world? They sit in our body. Our body creates a sort of armor. So the outward flow of attention doesn't affect that depth within, but that armor often causes pain and even disease. So we soften the outer body, allowing the shoulders to release, allowing the arms to just hang heavy by your sides. Feeling the expansion and the elasticity of the rib cage as you breathe. So we want to expand that space within. Starting that flow of attention to move within by expanding that space. The belly remains soft. The hips release down heavy into the seat beneath you. The thigh muscles are heavy. Hands and feet can just relax. Now, behind closed eyes, turn your inner gaze just above and in between the eyebrows. And focus on a spot just in the center of your head. This is the pineal gland. Responsible for your deeper awareness. Now, if you're new to meditation, it might be hard to bring your awareness there. Just keep that inner vision just above and in between the eyebrows. Breathing into this space. Allowing again for an expansion in that space at the center of your skull. Stress and tension cause contraction, so we kind of want to expand the awareness from within. So instead of getting our information from the outside, get our information from the inside. Now you turn your awareness to a space in the center of your chest. This is the heart center. This is where the true wisdom lies. Notice the quality of that space. Does it feel tight or contracted? Are emotions coming up? That's fine. Emotions will come and go, just like thoughts, just like breaths. If we don't hold on to them, they'll keep flowing. Holding the attention in the center of the chest, in the heart center. Expanding that space with your breath. And the mind is going to want to travel outward. It's going to want to wonder, what is this thought? What is this sound? What do I have to do later? It's okay, just gently redirect the attention back to center. This heart center is the center of your being, where all is calm, all is well, joyful, and sweet. Continue to breathe into that space. Returning and turning the attention and the awareness inward. Every time you come to this practice, you're creating a path inward, a long forgotten path into the depth of your own joyful, innocent heart. Traveling in and in on the wings of the breath, expanding what has been contracted. Now for a moment, place your right hand at the center of your chest and your left hand over it. Breathe into your hands. Anytime you take this posture, know that you're embarking on a journey within. You're allowing yourself to be focused in the center of your being, in your heart. Letting that external world just lose its grip just a little bit. And as you're ready, in your own time, just allow the hands to float back down to the lap. And just for a moment, feel that you can still feel that warmth around your heart center. That is always there for you. You have this calm, this joy, this peace within you at all times. Now, over the course of the next 3 long, slow, deep breaths, you can begin to maybe wiggle fingers and toes or stretch in any way that feels comfortable for you. And then slowly, slowly blink the eyes open. I like to look around the room a little bit, notice if my vision has changed. So we're literally flipping the flow of our awareness from totally being concerned with everything that's going on outside of us to visiting a space again and again and again within us. The internal condition on a deep level is like the depth of an ocean. The surface can be super choppy, unreliable, even feel dangerous in a way. The deeper you go, the calmer the waters get. It gets a little darker, gets much quieter and calmer. So sometimes you can think of the awareness in that way as well. All of our outward attention is flashing lights and constant information, very little of it positive. Our inner information, our inner condition, our deepest wisdom is calm, quiet, joyful, and peaceful. I'm Amanda Freed. This has been the Core at La Encantada, supporting you with meditation, and we'll continue to do that for as long as we can. Thanks for joining me.